Hello and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, MizzimaTV. Here are the headlines. 39 MoUs signed at first ever real estate summit held in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Shimizu constructs zero energy building in Kanazawa. And fans dress up as their favorite fictional characters at cosplay fair in Kathmandu. India's Jammu and Kashmir is moving on the path of development. Several initiatives are being taken in the Union Territory to further spur outside investment and give boost to employment opportunities. In its latest move, the Union Territory administration signed as many as 39 MoUs with the country's real estate giants for the development of housing, hotel and commercial projects. Have a look.
Ever since the launch of the new industrial development policy, Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing a new dawn for investment and industrial development. Launched earlier this year, the policy is on the lines of ease of doing business by bringing GST-linked incentive that will ensure less compliance burden without compromising on transparency. A host of initiatives have been announced after its implementation to attract outside investment in the Union Territory. The latest being the J&K Real Estate Summit that was held for the first time in the territory. Organized by the Union Ministry for Housing and Urban Affairs in collaboration with the J&K government and National Real Estate Development Council or NAREDCO, the summit was aimed at encouraging people from across India to invest in real estate and property in Jammu and Kashmir. Terming the event as historic, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha announced to have a similar event in Srinagar in the month of May.
दूसरी रियल एस्टेट समिट हम लोग 21-22 मई को श्रीनगर में करेंगे। ये आपको मालूम है कि पिछले 1.5-2 वर्षों में जम्मू कश्मीर ने एक युगांतकारी परिवर्तन देखा है, गवर्नेंस की दृष्टि से, डेवलपमेंट की दृष्टि से, और जो नीतियां हैं जम्मू कश्मीर प्रशासन की वो निश्चित रूप से प्रो पीपुल हैं, ट्रांसपेरेंट हैं। और अभी इंडस्ट्री के क्षेत्र में जिस तरह से मैंने चर्चा की, मुझे लगता है कि फेवरेट डेस्टिनेशन जम्मू कश्मीर बनता जा रहा है इंडस्ट्री के लिए।
On sidelines of the summit, 39 MoUs worth rupees 18,900 crore was signed between NAREDCO developers and Government of Jammu and Kashmir. 19 MoUs for development of housing projects, 8 for commercial, 4 for hospitality, 3 for infratech, 3 for film and entertainment, 2 for 7 finance-related projects. The territory is also witnessing great investments in infrastructure such as logistics parks, IT parks, smart cities and dry ports, which are providing impetus to the real estate sector. Praising the initiative, the president of NAREDCO India said that this development will bring immense employment opportunities for locals.
अपने प्रधानमंत्री जी नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी की मेहर नज़र इस स्टेट पे है और उन्होंने काफ़ी पहलू लिए हुए हैं और उसी पहलू का एक अंग कर ये रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टर समिट हुआ है। और इस समिट के दौरान जो लोगों के मन में है कि बाहर से लोग आ जाएंगे और यहाँ से प्रॉपर्टी ले लेंगे और यहाँ से पैसे कमा के चले जाएंगे, ऐसे हम कुछ नहीं करना चाहते, क्योंकि ये जन्नत है। तो हम जन्नत को ख़राब नहीं करना चाहते, जन्नत को जन्नत ही रखना चाहते हैं। और इसीलिए हमने NAREDCO का जम्मू कश्मीर यूनिट ऑलरेडी बना लिया। और आज सबसे पहलू कि हमने आज यहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट के साथ 10,000 स्किलिंग का MoU साइन किया। मतलब जो यहाँ पर जो वर्कर्स है, वर्कर्स भी यहाँ के होंगे, डेवलपर भी यहाँ के होंगे, सिर्फ बाहर से फाइनेंस और अपनी जो भी टेक्नोलॉजी है और एक्सपर्टाइज वही आएगा।
During the occasion, a coffee table book was also launched that contained information relating to the Union Territory. Besides, the e-launch of Auction Portal and Auction of Assets Portal along with RERA Portal was also done by the Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri in the presence of Union Minister of State at PMO Dr. Jitendra Singh and Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha. Investors said that as Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing an expanding demand of housing across segments, it is a great opportunity for the territory to progress in the housing sector.
मैं समझता हूँ एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है JNK को कि वो प्रगति हाउसिंग सेक्टर में कर सके। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का आज अनाउंसमेंट हुआ, मेट्रो आएगी, पानी की बात हुई, सड़क की बात हुई, ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट की बात हुई, एयरपोर्ट्स की बात हुई। तो मेरे अंदाज से ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनने के बाद घरों के ऊपर इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे किया जाए, IT में कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट किया जाए, ये सब बातें चल रही हैं। टाटा हाउसिंग भी आ गए हैं, अलग अलग कंपनियां आज मौजूद हैं यहाँ, और वो सब विचार करते हैं कि हम प्रगति कैसे करें, इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे करें।
At the Real Estate Summit, Lieutenant Governor also announced that the Union Territory will soon have a central secretariat. Organized in the wake of the recent decision by the government to permit sale and purchase of non-agricultural land, the summit is predicted to pave a way for J&K's development on the real estate front.
Pakistan has a significant portion of Kashmir under its control, having pretension of allowing all rights and remedies. However, the South Asian country refuses to do so. Recently, protests ignited on the streets of Kotli city of Pakistan over disruption of annual convention of JKNSF, the Kashmiri Nationalist Party, by federal agencies. We have a report.
Massive protests erupted on the streets of Kotli city in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir after the federal agencies of Pakistan disrupted the annual convention of JKNSF, the Kashmiri Nationalist Party, which has time and again raised calls of freedom from the clutches of Pakistan. They accused the Pakistani forces of committing human rights violations and inflicting atrocities on the people of POK. They also called out systematic muzzling of freedom of expression of Pakistani security forces and the curbs imposed on the movement in the name of national security.
मसला क्या है? वो कश्मीर नहीं जा सकता, वो बलूचिस्तान नहीं जा सकता, वो ऐसे इलाकों में नहीं जा सकता जहां पे कौमी आजादी की तहरीकें मौजूद है, जहां इस जाबर जालिम रियासत के जबर के खिलाफ मुजाहमत मौजूद है, उस इलाके में जाने से रोका जाता है। क्योंकि ये समझते हैं जब दो धक्के मारे बैठेंगे, जब दो धक्के मारे बैठेंगे, जब दो महकूम बैठेंगे, तो मजलूम बैठेंगे, वो सोचेंगे, वो समझेंगे कि जालिम है, जाबर है, हाकिम है, काबिज है, तो उसके खिलाफ जिद्दोजहद भी है, और वो जिद्दोजहद बैनुल-अक़वामी उसूलों के तहत है। आज हमने साबित कर दिया।
Pakistan's modus operandi has been to subject all suspects with brute high-handedness, arrest them on trumped-up charges and imprison them incommunicado without trials. A large number of youths have been arbitrarily arrested under the Schedule 4 of Anti-Terrorism Act, which bars judiciary from any direct interference. Many prominent personalities have been arrested under this draconian law. Security forces indulge in such activities to also instill a sense of fear in the residents of occupied POK.
आजादी की आवाजों को दबाने की कोशिश की जा रही है और उसकी वजह यह है कि वो ये महसूस कर रहे हैं अब कि ये आवाज जो है वो अब मासिस में फैल रही है। ये इस आवाज के साथ नौजवान जुड़ रहा है, इस आवाज के साथ दानिशवर जुड़ रहा है, इस आवाज के साथ औरतें जुड़ रही हैं, इस आवाज के साथ जो है वो रियासत का हर सैन वाइज अक्लमंद जो दिमाग है वो इस आवाज के साथ जुड़ रहा है।
Pakistan occupied the region in 1947 and since then it has been misruling the people. It has framed laws that clearly discriminatory against the people of the region. And any form of resistance has been suppressed with brute high-handedness. Students who are educated have now formed alliances at community level to fight this rule. But in absence of any real international support, their movement hasn't acquired a kind of momentum it seeks. The leaders of these groups, however, are highly motivated and intend to ratchet up their campaign in order to gain freedom for the region.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
North Korean children took to the stage in hand sanitizer and thermometer costumes, illustrating measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus. In the video aired on the North state-run television KRT, a huge doll in a face mask was seen informing the audience of epidemic prevention rules, providing hand sanitizers and checking the temperatures of students who danced around the stage wearing masks. The footage also showed a performance on space science with children wearing silver-colored costumes doing a dance routine depicting movement in a zero-gravity environment. North Korea has not confirmed any coronavirus cases but has closed borders and imposed domestic travel restrictions and other measures to prevent virus outbreaks. In December, the state intensified boosted emergency epidemic prevention campaign as new COVID-19 variants spread to different countries. Iraqi fitness trainer Bushra Abdel Zehra was undeterred by conservative societal expectations when she decided to take up boxing and karate. The 36-year-old mother of two who lives in the holy city of Najaf said she overcame many obstacles from her family and society whose views were against women's practice of martial arts. The gym coach started with karate and then moved on to kickboxing and has even converted one of the rooms in her house into a space for training. Leading a women's training group, Coach Sadao Galau was surprised by a demand from women and girls who wanted to take up martial arts as a form of self-defense. North Korea fired a suspected ballistic missile off its east coast on January 5, authorities in Japan said, while South Korea reported the launch of an unspecified projectile. The launch would be the first of the new year for nuclear-armed North Korea and comes day after leader Kim Jong-un vowed to continue developing the military to counter an unstable international situation. Japan's Coast Guard, which first reported the launch, said it could be a ballistic missile but did not provide further details. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said that North Korea fired an unidentified projectile off the east coast without elaborating. A report is awaited to be released by Nepal's Home Ministry about illegal encroachments by China in bordering districts including Humla, Gorkha, Darchula, Dolakha and Sindhupal Chowk. In September last year, a 7-member committee headed by a Home Secretary was formed by the Nepal government to study the Nepal-China border in the northern part of Humla. The team studied border pillars, especially in the Limi Valley, and initial findings confirmed that there were some serious border issues between Nepal and China.
Japan is famous for its advanced technologies and has been laying great impetus towards the enrichment of lives of people all over the world. Recently, Japanese famous Shimizu Corporation has built a zero-energy building in Japan's Kanazawa with an aim to protect environment. Also, Japan's soy sauce maker Kikkoman is building global presence. Have a look.
Shimizu Corporation has built a zero-energy building in Japan's Kanazawa with an aim to protect environment. It is the region's first such building constructed with energy-saving and power generation technology. The solar power electric generation system in this office produces more electricity than consumption.
超環境型オフィスを北陸からという観点で、まず最初にこの環境、特にゼブを達成するということを目標に挙げて取り組みました。さまざまな省エネルギーの技術を採用しまして、また建物のデザインも省エネルギーになるようにデザインを行いまして、まず使うエネルギーをぐっと減らしています。
Solar power generation, radiant air conditioning, use of geothermal heat, that utilizes a unique characteristic of the region, and natural airflow and lighting makes this building energy efficient. Hydrocubic, a hydrogen energy utilization system, has also been used in the building.
このハイドロキュービックは太陽光発電で発生したエネルギーで水素を作り、そして貯蔵し発電するということになります。ですのでこの電力はカーボン、二酸化炭素が一切発生していない新しいクリーンエネルギーということが言えると思います。またその太陽光エネルギーのような自然エネルギーを長期間、例えば1年2年とかですね、保存することができます。ですのでこちらのシステムもこの水素の量の半分は非常用電源として活用するということも予定しております。
The office building has been designed by having a ceiling with traditional Japanese building design.
こちらの天井は清水建設が今回開発をいたしました耐火木工張り清水ハイウッドビームで作られております。日本の伝統的なお寺などの天井に多い合天井を想起させるようなデザインとし、ご覧のように格子状のデザインとしております。歴史のある金沢の伝統を大切にしたい、木造建築に多い伝統的な天井である合天井を想起させるデザインにいたしました。
The Zero Energy Building of Shimizu Corporation, which focuses on environment and design of traditional Japanese building, has caught worldwide attention. Boasting a century-old experience, Japanese soy sauce maker Kikkoman never hesitates in tackling issues that a company might face in this dynamically changing world. Environment conservation becomes a major subject to be tackled by the company.
Through the long history of our company, we learned how important to coexist with the local society, and especially, for the manufacturing location, people sometimes worry about pollution out from the manufacturing facility. We are involved with some project related to water quality improvement. For example, the project related to Lake Zuid-Ladermeer in Netherlands. I received some report from the project in Netherlands, and it said they're showing some sign of improving the water quality at Lake Zuid-Ladermeer. Also, the nature is coming back, ecosystem is coming back in part. So I'm very happy to receive that report, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about the water quality improvement in the future, including those years before merger of 8 family-owned company. We have been in business for more than 350 years, and through that long period, we learn that cooperation whose existence is meaningful to the society is the key for success. We are food company who's doing business in more than 100 countries. So one of our policy is to promote exchange of food culture. And I believe it's very important activity. And also, as a food company, we try to promote better lifestyle and healthier eating habit through our product and services. And overall, we try to fulfill our responsibility as a public entity, as well as we try to contribute to society through activities that is unique to Kikkoman Corporation.
Kikkoman has a vision to innovate and differentiate always to offer meaningful products and services that will lead to healthy lifestyles with delicious food worldwide.
Moving on to the Himalayan nation, Nepal, where hundreds of fans of pop culture converge despite the coronavirus threat and show off costumes of their favorite anime characters. The annual cosplay festival in the capital Kathmandu that began in 2010 has been growing over the years. Let's take a glance at this colorful fest.
Dressed in their favorite comic costumes, these youngsters rejoice to be a part of annual cosplay festivals, also called Otaku Jatra. Launched almost a decade ago, the festival is bringing together pop culture elements such as anime and comics. Cosplay, which originated in Japan, is a combination of the words costume and play. The participants dress mainly as characters from Japanese anime, as well as graphic manga novels and video games. The enthusiastic mob was seen clicking pictures with their favorite cosplayers while getting their face painted of popular characters.
We started small from 2010. त्यसपछि यो अलिकति लार्जर स्केलदेखि चाहिँ हामी 2016 देखि चाहिँ अलि मेजर इभेन्ट्सहरू गर्न थालेको. हामीले चाहिँ पप कल्चरको मल्टिपल डिफ्रेन्ट इभेन्ट्सहरू गर्थे, जस्तै फ्यान आर्ट कम्पिटिसनहरू गर्थे, अनि पछि हाम्रो कस्प्लेको छुट्टै इभेन्ट्सहरू हुन्थ्यो, हाम्रो गेमिङको छुट्टै इभेन्ट हुन्थ्यो. सो वाट वी आर ट्राइङ टु डु इज हामीले पप कल्चरको सबै एलिमेन्ट्सहरूलाई एउटै ठाउँमा एउटै प्लेटफर्ममा ल्याएर एउटै इभेन्टमा ल्याएर एउटा रमाइलो ओभरअल पप कल्चर र कमिक एनिमेलाई सबैलाई कनेक्ट गरेर एउटा रमाइलो ठुलो एउटा इभेन्टलाई चाहिँ हामीले 2016 देखि चाहिँ हामीले सुरु गरेको भन्नुपर्ला.
It is believed that the tradition of cosplay came out of the practice of fan costuming at science fiction conventions in New York in the early 20th century. The word cosplay is said to have been coined in Japan in the mid-20th century. Cosplay events are common features of fan conventions, and today there are many dedicated conventions and competitions, as well as social networks, websites, and other forms of media centered on cosplay activities.
It's a very awesome feeling because since we were a child, we have been looking at them through the screen. But when we see them in real life, it kind of feels like we are living our dream. It doesn't really feel like reality.
There has been a growing popularity of cosplay festivals in recent years. Cosplay fans gather at a growing number of festivals around the globe to show off their elaborate costumes, the products of hours of loving work, and enjoy their shared passion.
It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We will be back next week at the same time. This is MizzimaTV signing off on behalf of entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.